The chosen one. What I am about to share with you today will Keith, deepest depths of your belief. You are reading these lineage. Know that this is not a coincidence. This is the arrangement of God. He has brought you here for a reason, and what is about to happen in your life will change everything, because special encounter is approaching, a sacred moment that you have never experienced before. Every prayer of yours, deepest wishes in your heart are about to become reality. No longer distant things, longer vague dreams. You are about to step into a reality where everything you have always longed for will be bestowed. But understand this clearly: this is not just a simple change, but a profound spiritual transformation. A new door will open and everything will happen faster than you think. Before we go deeper into this message, I want you to do 3 things right. No, press the like button, subscribe to help us reach 60 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 99. This is not just a simple action, but a powerful signal sent to the heavens confirming that you are ready to receive this transformation. If you truly are the chosen one, you will listen to this message in its entire base deep in your soul. You know clearly that this is the message for you. 3. If you are ready to receive this, repeat it. God has for you tonight. Prepare your spirit echoes. Your life will never be the same again. Tonight is the moment of destiny change. No, God has appointed you the chosen. Neto. Meet him. This is not an ordinary invitation, but a supernatural opportunity that will transform your life forever. Perhaps you have never thought of this, but God has already prepared for you a meeting immensely greater moment that will shape your future in a way you have never dared to imagine. Have you ever felt that something great is about to happen, but cannot clearly define what it is? This is that moment. The sacred call is ringing, and you are not allowed to miss it tonight. You need to prepare your spirit echoes. What is about to happen will exceed all your expectations. Imagine yourself standing before God with all the things you have ever prayed for. Love can become reality right now, but this is not a vague wish, but a sacred opportunity to turn your dreams into reality. Too did not come here by chance. Are here because you are the chosen one. Time has come. A sacred encounter will change your life forever. Maybe you do not feel ready. Maybe you still have many doubts. But remember that every difficulty, every challenge you have ever faced is part of his plan to bring you to this moment. God does not call those who are perfect. He calls those who have a heart that seeks him. Tonight, he is calling you not because you are perfect, but because he sees sincerity in your heart. But this is the opportunity for you to let go of fear, eliminate doubt, and step into the destiny he has prepared for you. Everything you have ever wished for, abundant wealth and health, fulfilling love, are right before your eyes. You're ready to receive. Or not, this is not a fanciful dream. This is an opportunity given by God himself. You may have experienced failure, doubted that life is unfair, but tonight everything will be different. A night like any other night, but a night of miracle cost. Night when the door of destiny opens and God invites you to step into a life full of blessings. You may ask why it is. Youth answer is very simple. Because you are the chosen one. God sees what others do not see. He understands every desire in your heart, knows your dreams and even your pains. But this opportunity is not for those who are perfect, but for those who dare to believe, dare to hope, dare to pray for every breakthrough. There is always a period of prayer and preparation. Praying is not just asking for what you want, but putting your heart into God's arrangement. This is the moment to reflect on what you truly need and call for divine intervention. Do not hesitate to dream big. Do not be shy to ask for what seems impossible. Base God has no limits, and when you pray with strong faith, miracles will happen. Prayer is the key to open every door. It is the cord that connects you to God. Helps you receive his presence in your life. Take time to pray with complete faith. Believeth your prayers are not only heard but are being answered as soon as you speak. The power of prayer is the foundation for the wonderful things to come. At exactly 3 a.m. when the world sinks into Tensu, will enter a completely new spiritual dimension. Too may not fully understand what will happen, but the power of God will cover you. This is not just a dream or a fleeting feeling. This is the moment when everything you have ever prayed for will be revealed in an unimaginable way. One, entering this sacred encounter, will feel the presence of Godin, a powerful wane of every financial barrier, every illness, every doubt in your heart. All will be erased. You will no longer feel small or hopeless. You will realize that you are chosen by God to live a life full of strength, grace, and miracles. Those who once mocked you and did not believe in your dreams will be amazed. One, witnessing the transformation in your life of miracles that God performs in you will become undeniable evidence of His power and love. This is a historic moment in your life. Here, new chapter is opening. Your destiny is changing right at this moment. To be prepared, Bass. What God is about to do in your life will astonish the world. There are moments in life when everything chunged wist warning, without clear signs, but suddenly you feel a deep shift in your soul, a new awareness, a strong awakening. Diet is one of those moments for you. You may not see clearly what is coming, but your soul feels it. It is a Kalinga sacred voice echoing from within, urging you to prepare, and not for a minor change but for a complete transformation. But this is the time when God reveals His plan for you, something bigger, far beyond the dreams you ever dared to think of. But the question is, are you ready? But this life is not always easy. You have gone through tiring days, moments full of doubt, times you felt as if you were walking in the dark without a way out. But what you did not realize, every step was arranged for. No challenge you face is mean. Pain you have endured is wasted. God has always been there, watching, guiding, supporting. Dan, He has brought you to this very moment when everything you have experienced will make sense. You have prayed for a way out, to have cried in silence, waiting for a synthesis. Is that sign God not only hears your prayers, He is acting right now. Chosen ones do not live like the rest of the world. You were not born to blend into the crowd, to accept a mediocre life. You were born to make a difference, to walk the path that God has destined for you. But this path is not for the weak. It is not for those who want an easy life. It requires faith, perseverance, and the willingness to let go of what no longer serves your purpose. What is about to happen in your life will challenge everything you ever believed was possible. It will require you to see the world through a new lens. Limits you once set for yourself will be broken. Things you once thought impossible will become reality. But to step into this change, you must be ready to let go of what is old. You cannot carry the fears of the past into a future blessed by God. You cannot hold on to limiting thoughts. You are being called to live a limitless life. You have doubted yourself. Wondereth with you deserve good things. Answer is yes, not because you are perfect, but because God has chosen you. Think about this. Why are you still here? Why, after all you have been through, do you still stand firm? It is not by chance. It is because you have a mission, and now it is time to step up. Who cannot wait any longer, cannot wait any longer, cannot keep delaying what God has prepared for youth. Doors are ready to open, but you must step through. No one can do it for you. It is time for you to hold your head high and walk forward with absolute confidence, because what is coming will change everything. Not just a change in circumstance, but a transformation deep within you. Host who once doubted you will be amazed. Those who once looked down on you will witness your flourishing, and those who thought you could not will have to face the truth. Thought God is acting in your life in an undeniable way. But do not forget, this transformation is not just for you. It is not only about the blessings you will receive. It is also about how you will use those blessings to change the world around you. You have a responsibility for what you have been given. You are called to be a light in the darkness, to inspire, to help those who are still lost. That is a truth not everyone is ready to accept. When you everyone will support you, there will be those who are uncomfortable with your success. There will be those who do not understand your and there will be those who try to pull you down simply because they are afraid to face the truth that they did not dare to stand up like you. But do not let that stop your aim. Remember that even Jesus was rejected, mocked, betrayed, but he kept going. Because he knew his mission was greater than all criticism. Do you cannot live to please every only you Cannot let the fear of judgment hold you back. Stand firm in your faith, Bakos. God is the only one you need to please. Those who truly belong to you, who truly loved Yah, will see the light in you. They will recognize the sacred change in you and will stand by your side. But those who cannot accept this transformation, let them go. Not everyone is meant to walk with you in this new chapter of your life. This is the moment of liberation. Let go of what has held you back. Leave behind negative words, Fush, limits you once imposed on yourself. Ready to embrace change. This change will not come gently, it will come like a storm sweeping away the old toe. Make room for better. Denzu cannot go back to how you were once. You have seen the truth once, you have felt God's Kalinju cannot pretend not to have heart. Only thing left to do now is move forward without hesitation, without looking back, and move forward with firm faith that something greater is waiting for you tonight. Everything changed though. You realize what is happening. Everything you have ever experienced, every pain, every challenge, every despair has led to this moment. You are not a victim of fatigue. You are not a nameless person in a sea of people. You are the chosen on. Everything happening in your life is not by chance. God does not work by coincidence. He has destined this path for you. For you were born. He already knew what you would go through. He knows whom you will meet, where you will stumble, what you will fight, and more than that, he knows exactly when you will rise. But this is that moment too. Are no longer the old person. You are no longer bound by the limits others placed on you. Fierce doubts, the negative word must go. Barkers, you no longer belong to that old world. God is taking you to a new level, a complete change, a breakthrough you never thought possibly. And the only thing you need to do is trust. But remember this. Change is not for everyone. Many will not understand what is happening to you. They will doubt thee, will say you are delusional. They will try to pull you back, but they do not know what you know. They do not know you have been prepared for this moment. They do not know God has laid his hand on Yahweh's chosen you for a higher purpose. In because they do not see that he will try to make you doubt yours will fit. You cannot let that happen. Look back at your journey. Remember what you have overcome. Remember you have been knocked down, but you stood up. Who have lost, but you kept going. You have been hurt, but you did not give up, and now God is telling you it is time. Do you feel the change happening though? You see everything around you beginning to move in a completely new direction. That is the sin. God is making a way for youth. Door you once thought was tightly closed is beginning to open. Prayers you once thought were unanswered are actually being prepared to unimaginable way. Sigh, you have entered a new season in your life. In this season all old things will be removed. People who do not belong to your future will disappear. Opportunists not truly for you will closet. Things that once held you back will no longer have power over you. I no longer have to chase things that do not belong to you. You no longer have to cling to dead relationships. You no longer have to fight for things unworthy of you. You are being brought into a season of harvester, season where every seed you have planted for prayers, the sacrificed tears will begin to bear fruit. But do not be mistaken it. Everyone will rejoice over your changer. Will be those who feel threatened by your risethip. Will be those who dislike seeing you step into the prosperity thought God has for you, but that is not your problem. You do not need to explain your change to anyone. You do not need permission to become the person God has called you to. Bellet, them talklet, them doubtlet, them mockbeckers. In just a short Timothy will have to witness God is doing in your life. You will see doors open that no one can close. I will see miracles happen that no one can deny. They will have no choice but to acknowledge that God truly is with you. But this is not just about you. God does not bless you just for you to enjoy alone. He does not lift you up so you can boast. Oh, the world no is lifting you up so you can be a beacon, source of light in the darkness, a living testimony to his power. Everything you are experiencing is not just about you. It is about those who will be to shed be the change in your life. Those who will look at you and find hope. Those who will hear your story and find strength to continue. Where you are living proof of God's goodness. Every time you overcome a challenge, you are showing the world that God is a promise keeper. Every time you receive a miracle, are proving he is still working. He is still working just to live an ordinary life. You are not chosen just to exist, you are chosen to change the world. Look at everything happening in your life right now. See how everything is beginning to change in a new direction. Pay attention to the smallest signs because God is speaking to you through every detail. Everything happening has a purpose. Anything is by chance and nothing is when the challenges you do not understand right now, they all have a reason. You may not see the whole picture, but God does. He knows exactly what he is doing, and if you trust him, if you are willing to let go of what no longer belongs to you, if you dare to walk in faith, you will see miracles happen. You will see doors open. You will see opportunities appear. You will see prayers answered in ways you never dared to imagine, and at some point you will look back at this moment and realize this is the turning point of your life. This is the moment everything changes. This is when you truly step into the destiny God has prepared for you. No more hesitation, no more delay, no more turning back. This is when you rise stronger than ever back, as you are the chosen one. You realize what is happening in your life. It's small changes you did not notice before are now starting to appear clearly. Strange coincidences, sudden opportunistic people entering your life, but this is not a coincidence. This is not luck. This is God's arrangement. You are entering a new phase, time when everything that was delayed will begin to be released. You will realize God has never abandoned your heart. You thought was failure wise actually preparation for the future. What you thought was loss was actually purification. What you saw as a dead-end ways actually a step back to launch you further. Have you ever wondered why you have faced so many challenges? You have had to endure pains that others seem never to have to bear. You always feel like you are going against the current. If the whole world is against you, this is the reason you are not like others. You were not born to live an ordinary life. You are the chosen one. God does not call the weak, he calls warriors, and you are a warrior. Look back at your journey. Remember the times you were knocked down but still stood up. Remember the times you thought you had reached your limit but then found the strength to continue. If that was not you, that was God with you. You may not realize it, but every time you felt you could not go on, he was the one who supported you. He was the one who gave you strength to endure it, a fight, to move forward. But now you do not need to keep fighting alone. God is telling you it is time for him to act too. Do not need to open the doors yourself, he will open them for you. You do not need to foresee everything to go your way back, as his plan is perfect. You do not need to worry about what will happen next because he has arranged everything before you were born. This is the time for you to walk with absolute trust, no doubt, no fear, no hesitation. Though you know what happens when God intervenes in someone's life. Everything changes in the blink of an eye. Doors that were once closed will open. Paths that were once blocked will become wide open. Things that seemed impossible will happen right before your eyes. No more days of waiting in vain. No more prayers that seem unanswered. No more insecurity about the future. You will know you are on the right path. You will see clearly the signs of God in every step you take. Will feel his presence then ever, and not only you will realize ethos around you will also see. Thee will look at your life and see miracles. Thee will witness the impossible become reality. Will not be able to deny that God is acting in you. Some will rejoice for you. Some will be motivated. There will also be those who feel uncomfortably, even angry, because when your light begins to shine, it will expose the darkness in others. But do not worry about them. Do not let others' negativity dim your joy. God is doing something great in your life and no one can stop it. Do you notice how everything is starting to change quickly? Happier story and you once thought were out of reashare, now coming to you automatically. People who once turned their backs on you want to reconnect. Us that were once tightly closed suddenly open unexpectedly. Is not coincidence. This is divine intervention. God has seen all you have endured. He knows every pain, every tear, every time you felt you could not continue, and now he is responding to you. You no longer have to fight alone. You no longer have to prove your worth to any own. You no longer have to chase after anything because will bring the best to you, but remember, with every blessing comes a responsibility. God does not bless you just for you to enjoy alone. He blesses you so you can help others. He lifts you up so you can lift others up. With your eye you cannot keep your light to yourself. You cannot think only of yourself. You have been blessed to become a blessing to the world. There is something important you need to understand. When you step into a season of blessings, you will also step into a new battle. Beckos. When you begin to grow, the enemy will also try to hinder you. Temptations will appear to distract you. Negative people will try to pull you down. New challenges will come to test your perseverance, but do not be afraid, because if God has brought you here, He will not abandon you. If He has opened doors no one can close, if He has called you, no force can stop you. Keep your faith, keep moving forward, put all your trust in God. Beckers, what is coming will be greater than anything you can imagine. This is not the end, this is just the beginning. The best things are still ahead of you. Do you feel the Changado? You notice how your life is starting to move in a completely new direction. This is not an illusion. This is not random coincidence. This is the moment God is taking you to a completely new level. Everything you have ever experienced, every trial, every tear, every disappointment, they are not meaningless. They are not punishment. They are preparation. You have prayed for God to bless you. Have asked Him why what you desire has not come. Have felt as if you have waited too long. Hear this clearly, your prayers have been hard. Desires in your heart have been recorded. Your dreams are not forgotten, but God does not just want to bless you. He wants to make sure you are ready to receive those blessings. Think about this. If someone gives you a priceless treasure, but you do not have enough wisdom to keep it, you may lose it in an instant. God does not want that to happen to you. That is why you have had to go through challenges, is why you have had to learn perseverance, is why He has let you go through more. Swan, you thought you could not endure any more. He does not do that to make you suffer. He does it to train you, because what He is preparing to give you is not ordinary. He does not call you to live a mediocre life. He calls you to be a shining lamp in the world. He calls you to live a life full of power and influence. But to step into that calling, you must be ready. You cannot bring old thinking into a new life. Cannot keep old habits and expect new results. You cannot continue to be bound by fears and expect freedom. God is calling you to let go of what is old, things that no longer serve your mission, people who no longer belong on your journey, thoughts that have held you back in the past. This is the time to step up. This is the time to shed the old shell and let your true light shine. There is a truth you need to understand. God begins to lift you up. Not everyone will rejoice for you. Do you think everyone will welcome your success? Do you think they will applaud when they see you step into the blessings God has for you? There are those who cannot stand your light. It exposes the darkness in them. There are those who cannot accept your change. Beckers, it reminds them of their own stagnation, and some will try to pull you down. They will say you have changed. They will say you are not the same person anymore. They will try to sow doubt in your heart, but you must remember this: you were not born to please people. You were born to please God. You cannot let others' opinions decide your future. You cannot let the fear of criticism prevent you from stepping into your destiny. This is the life God has given you. This is the mission He has entrusted to you. This is the path He has opened for you, and if He has chosen you, then no one can stand against you. Do you remember the times you knelt in prayer? Do you remember the moments you cried in silence waiting for a changado? You remember the days you felt as if you had no strength to continue. God has heard every prayer, every tear, every sigh He has recorded, and now He is responding to you. But He does not just bring blessings to you arbitrarily. He is changing you from within. He is transforming your mind. He is training your will. He is preparing you so you can carry the blessing worthlibus. What He is about to give you is not just for you, it is also for those you will touch. Souls you will lead, lives you will change. You can no longer think just for yourself. You can no longer live just for yourself. You have been called to make a difference. But remember, when God lifts you up, thought is not the time to become arrogant. You cannot forget your roots. You cannot forget what you have been through, you cannot forget who supported you and you were in darkness space. If he can lift you up, he can also bring you down always, keep you little ways. Remember, everything you have comes from God always. Be ready to share what you have received with those around you, because true greatness is not keeping everything for yourself. Greatness is being an instrument of God, letting his light shine through you. Let your life become a living testimony to God's power. Let what he does in you become a testimony to the world. And remember, this is just the beginning. What is coming will be greater than anything you ever imagined, but you have come a long way to reach this moment. Not everyone can stand firm after life's storms. Not everyone can keep faith when everything seems to collapse around them, but you, the chosen one, did not give up. Who have faced challenges, you have walked through fire, have endured wounds that others cannot imagine, but the most important thing is you are still here, are still fighting, you are still believing in. So God is preparing to give you a reward the world cannot take away. Have you ever wondered why you are different? You always feel lost among others. Why you cannot fit in with the ways of the world? It is because you do not belong to this world. God marked you. From the day you were born, he placed a fire inside you that no one can extinguish. He placed a purpose in your soul that no one can destroy. You were not created to live an ordinary life. Were not Coleto pursue the temporary things of the world. You are called to walk in God's power, to become a light shining in the darkness. And now your moment has come. You realize everything in your life is changing. You see how the doors that were once closed are beginning to open. You feel that God is pushing you to a new level. Not this is the transformation you have long awaited. This is the moment you have prayed for. Yes, this is the turning point God has prepared for Job. For you were born, but you must understand this: with great calling comes great responsibility. God does not bless those who are not ready to keep eyes, does not open doors for those not mature in auto step through. He does not lift you hide us. For you to return to old habits, you must prepare, you must be ready to give up things that no longer serve your destiny. You must be ready to step out of your comfort zone and step into the greatness God has prepared for you. You cannot bring old baggage into a new season. You cannot keep holding on to fair starts, painful memories. God has called you to let go off. Now is the time for you to risk this. Is the time for you to walk with absolute trust. This is the time for you to prove that you truly are the chosen one. But remember this: when God lifts you up, not everyone will support you. There will be those who cannot accept your change. There will be those who try to pull you back. There will be those who see you do not deserve the blessings you are receiving, but let them talk. God does not need human permission to bless you, does not need the world's app bring you into your destiny. He does not need anyone to confirm your value, because he has valued you before you were born. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. You just need to keep walking in faith. You just need to trust God's plan. You just need to keep obeying his guidance, because at the right time everything will be clear. Those who once doubted you will have to acknowledge that God truly is with you. Those who once opposed you will have to admit you were called for a higher purpose, and those who once tried to bring you down will have to witness your prosperity right before their eyes. But your calling is not just for you. God does not bless you to keep it for yourself. He blesses so you can be a source of light for others. You have a responsibility for what you have received. You have a responsibility to use your blessings to help others. You have a responsibility to become a living testimony to God's power. This world is sinking in darkness. There are too many who are lost, suffering, despairing. God is calling you to be a light in the darkness. You cannot turn your back on your mission. You cannot ignore God's calling. You cannot live a selfish life, thinking only of yourself. No, is the time for you to step out and follow his plan. Now is the time for you to stand up and become the person God created you to be. Now is the time for you to step into your calling fully. You may feel you are not ready. You may think you are not strong enough. You may wonder if you truly deserve it, but remember, God does not call the perfect. He calls those willing to walk in faith. You do not need to have everything in hand before starting. You do not need to know all the answers. You just need to trust God and walk. He will guide you step by step. He will open the way as you walk in faith. He will provide everything you need to fulfill your mission. You just need to be willing to say, Lord, here I am, please. Use me as you wish, because when you put your complete trust in God, nothing can stop you. So here is the question for you. Are you ready? You ready to step into your destiny? You ready to let go of the past, to receive a future full of blessings? You ready to trust God even when you do not see the results? Peace. Time is running out. God is calling you right now. He is preparing a breakthrough for you. He is opening doors no one can close, but you must choose. You who can continue living in doubt, in fear and delay, you can stand up and walk in faith, knowing God has prepared a path for you. But the choice is yours. But remember, you are no longer the old person. You are the chosen one who have been called for a higher purpose, and now it is time for you to step fully into your destiny.